Hello, Radiant Soul Lights. It's really wonderful to connect with you again for another soul alignment and attunement session through the pick of cards. It really is an honor and a joy to connect with you on the soul path. If you happen to be new to this channel and community, welcome. I'm Michele, and this is Soul Insights and Tarot. So I'm really excited about this reading. It has been percolating. I did a session with the oversouls and the guides and really tuned into a frequency that's coming in that seems to be bringing a lot of increase, abundance, something big. It's a big energy that is coming in from the astral into the etheric. So something big is about to happen in your life, something big, something that's going to impact you quite a lot. This can bring an increase because this is an increase in energy. The pattern that we're coming into, the energetic cycle, has a lot to do with a quickening and activation. So, yes. All right, if you're new here, I read in soul stories. Ways to connect with me are in the description box if you wanted a personal reading to connect. If you want to join me on Patreon, love to have you in that amazing soul awakening and soul path journey with Michele. Me. I'd love to see you there. And if you do join up, say hi. So for this reading, we're using as the guide cards the Sacred Geometry Activation cards by Lawn. They'll be in the description box. She was recently on my podcast, Awakenings with Michele Meiche. You can find it on all podcast platforms, and there's a replay also on YouTube. But we were talking about the language of sacred geometry and what it means and where we're going with this and what's coming up as sacred geometry is becoming more and more important. It's always been important in our life and understanding, but it is a way to tap into understanding and seeing and feeling how the world, the universe is structured. So we're going to be using these cards to dive in because this something new is coming from a place of the sacred geometry aspect of you, which is the soul. All right, let's look at the cards. Closer look at the cards for soul story number 1. You have the Cosmic Flower. And you have the Malachite as your crystal ally. Soul story number 2, you have Sacral Chakra. The Sacral Chakra, flower of life there. And your crystal ally is Citrine, a polished citrine. Soul story number 3, you have Emergence. And your crystal ally is Moldavite. So I'm going to do a short soul alignment and soul frequency attunement meditation process. You're more than welcome to stay with me for that. Otherwise, I will see you in the individual soul stories. Soul story number 1, number 2, and number 3. In your own pace, your own rhythm and flow, take a deeper breath in. Pause at the top of the breath as you breathe out. Let that out breath be a little longer than the in breath inside. Breathe in your own pace, your own rhythm, your own flow. And let your in-breath be a little deeper and your out-breath be a little longer inside. Connecting into sacred spaces within. Follow your breath. With each in-breath and out-breath, feel yourself connected, centered, more peaceful and calm inside. Breathe in a little deeper in your own pace, your own pattern, your own flow. And breathe out a little longer in your own pace, your own rhythm, your own flow. The next breath in, breathe in above the crown chakra to that natural pause point, extending, expanding into the vibrational frequency of your higher self. Connect in. Drawing the breath down through the center of the body. On the out breath, breathe all the way out, down to the chakras at the soles of your feet. Rhythm and flow. The next breath in, breathe in above the crown chakra, connecting through the higher self. Feel an alignment to your soul, attuning through the heart to the signature frequency of your soul. Breathing out in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow. Feeling the breath going down deep into the earth plane, connecting deep into the Earth Star chakra. Now feel your awareness of awareness, the aware that you are awareness of awareness. It is safe to express an experience on the earth plane. It is safe to be you, to express as you, your soul. It is safe to express as you, to experience and express as your soul. Choose the cards or crystals that most resonate for you, trusting your own inner guidance from the navigating principle of your soul, your higher self. You can now more fully trust you, aligned to your rhythm and flow, attuned through your heart to your soul's signature frequency. Soul Light, welcome. This is Soul Story number 1. You are moving into or have been in a cosmic divine flow of life, opening up like a flower, like this flower, the cosmic flower. An old way is ending, where perhaps you were feeling a bit more closed. You're opening. And I heard you will find the love of your life. Now, for some of you, this is a person. Some of you, this is an activity, a hobby, something you really, really love to do. But passion is coming to you. Your next big something, your next big thing is passion, is opening, is love in many forms. Now, what's very interesting is you have Malachite, which does work with the frequency of the heart through the heart chakra, but it is about intense change. And you have this green color in through here. The message I've been getting is that you have been going through intense change, and you may not yet see it or know it. But upon reflection, you're going to be saying, wow, I have really changed, or I changed my idea or my outlook. Your life is about to greatly change. You're about to have more supportive relationships. You're about to move into a time of much more socializing or having more people, heart-connected, heart-centered people in your life. And people that are loving what they do, and they really value you. You're about to come up in a sense of value. Perhaps you've been valuing yourself more, your own worth, your talents, your abilities. This is also bringing a level of abundance. So I'm getting a transformation in a lot of levels of your life. And perhaps you're looking at your life and saying, well, where is this, or when is this coming? But it is coming. You need to just open up to be receptive, to receive, to really come in the morning, when you wake up, and just even putting your arms up and just saying, I receive. I receive. Whether it's an idea, an insight of something to do, a decision, help on a decision or a solution. This is the message, is to really open up to these really higher vibrational aspects of you, these parts of you that are beyond the physical limitation. Because this is opening this amazing frequency of abundance, of flowering, of increase, of love. I really feel that something is about to be birthed. It's a new direction, a new relationship. Some of you could be getting engaged or moving with someone or getting married, or you're about to meet someone on your path that is going to be very, very important. Some of you, it may be a mentor. Some of you, it may be a teacher. For many of you, it is some type of very, very significant relationship. The second guide card you have is Alchemy. Yeah, see, transmutation. Your energy is transmuting to take a different form. 8, there's been a lot of work. This soul story is a lot about work, inner work, outer work, and seeing the fruits of that work. It's also about an ending. There's also some kind of ending. Something's ending in your life. Now, for some of you, this could be being single or being on your own or having to do a lot on your own. It could be ending where you are living. Wherever you're guided, there's going to be much more synergy, because you are different. The configuration of you is changing. You're really getting more into the soul configuration of you. So you're really going to start attracting differently. And I feel that the people that you're starting to attract are in a better alignment for you. This is also a lot about alignment and attunement. Attuning and aligning from the deepest part of your soul, your heart. Let's put this here. I would perhaps use, whether you have mandalas, or you can get something online, or these cards, or a yantra, or drawing your own that signifies that you're in the center of your life and there is a lot that is expanding around you. So I'm definitely getting with this group that there's a lot of expansion. There could be some more, no, they're telling me expansion. Okay. Because I was getting a message of some kind of activation or quickening, but it's more of expanding in your world. So the increase for you is bringing some kind of expansion in your life. Now, this could be increase or expansion financially. This could be with people, heart connections. There's an expansion. I'm somehow seeing that people are more seeing you. I think people in the past perhaps didn't see you, or you didn't allow yourself to be seen. Something was muddled, something wasn't as clear, and this Malachite is clearing it away. Or something, it's almost like there was something shadowing your aura, your light, dimming your light, or there was a different shade or hue of your aura. Your aura is coming out more now. There's something that's coming out. There's this, but it's coming out to extend or expand. It's about expansion for you. This increase expands also your reach. It perhaps even expands what you want to do. But I'm also hearing it brings more relatives to you. It brings more people to you. So this is very much about relationships and people. This increase, this something big that's about to happen. And I feel like for many of you, it's not planned. Okay, what do we have? Part of 4. Oh my God, look at that increase. Yeah, see? Yeah, things are increasing. This is increased love, increased abundance, increased financially. This is increased relationships, and because it is part of your destiny. So we're going to look at that a little bit more. I want to just get some cards out and connect in. Cosmic flower and alchemy. I'm getting that the alchemy created the cosmic flower, or is the cosmic flower you're flowering, you're connecting into your true nature. Okay, we've got communication, and we've got self-discipline. So that 8 energy, so there's been a lot of work. You've had to do a lot of work. This has not come easy or without intention, and maybe it's getting easier and easier. You're learning somehow to navigate your life better, or open up to the part of fortune. You might, if you know into your astrology, you may look at where your part of fortune is. I'm being shown again, you've got the 445 here. So again, this is about some kind of ending with the 8. This is a big cycle for you. That I really get, like the wheel is turning, the spiral of life is turning, the wheel of life. You're going, the spiral, you're going up. And you're going to need to stay in really good communication with your higher self, God's self, your God consciousness, your guides, the spiritual aspect of your being, because a lot of this is really coming in from the Akashic, the astral, and into the etheric. So right now, because you've got alchemy, so a lot of this is happening energetically. You may be just feeling better, feeling more vital, feeling more hopeful. Maybe your dreams are increasing. Maybe you're seeing certain numbers repeating all the time, and that's increasing. The increase right now is very much energetic. It's very much a vibrational frequency that is starting to manifest. So you're really at, perhaps to some degree, the beginning point of this increase. And this increase is going to move you on your path to destiny, to new openings and new opportunities, and definitely new relationships. It's a lot about relationship with you. I want to look at the tarot. What is soul story number 1? The big thing, the increase, the big energy that's coming in. Yeah, your life is increasing, and how you live your life is increasing. What you do, what fulfills you, you're going to be able to do more of what it is that you like to do or want to do. My throat just got a little froggy. Okay, here we go. Trust the feeling nature right now. A lot is happening energetically. Yeah, look at this. Love, love, love this for you. Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Now, this is a timeless reading, but we just had a eclipse, right? Yeah. You're going to feel your way through. You're in an alchemical process. You're being really worked on. You're in this alchemical process where there's a transmutation taking place. And as you vibrationally shift on the lower aspect of you, the little self, the human part, the transformation starts coming in. And so this is a new level. See, you've got the sun. This relationship, or the relationships that coming in for you, are very creative. There could be collaborations that you start doing with people. This is also to some degree about art. There's something about creativity or self-expression with the communication there. You could have more ways of communicating. Now, here we go. You're moving on, or moving from something or towards something, because you're feeling the change. I really just need to tell you, you need to really honor the feeling. Wherever you're feeling the movement, and it's going to be subtle. It's through the subtle energy. This is in through the aura, the etheric field. This is where you just feel better about something or someone. But it is also a heart opening. That's why you've got the Queen of Cups. And this is the higher vibration of love. This is a love that connects you to the universe, where you feel that connection. And again, because I feel you're loving yourself more, there's a deepening of your connection to you and your love. or love of life, or love of something that you do, maybe one of your gifts or all your gifts or skill. There's something you are loving more, and that is very magnetic right now. And it's also showing people another side of you. So more people are drawn to you. You're going to be drawing more people to you. The main thing you also have to just have a mindfulness about, be aware, is that you're going to have to ground this energy. So things that tend to ground you. You know, I was going to pull this card, and I might as well. Nature was coming up. And one other. Intuition, yeah. So you're really going to have to ground yourself. You're going to have to, whatever that is. I just heard a bath or bath ritual. Somebody's in a hot tub. I'm also getting like the forest or nature, trees. Because this frequency that you're aligning to is very intuitive. It's very ethereal. It's very mergy. It's very Piscean. Well, this could be Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, it's all of it. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's very mergy energy. Symbolized by the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords speaks of meditation. That some decisions we cannot make with our lower mind. That's why you've got the blindfold. So you're not going to be able to just see, I should do this by how it appears. So some of you're moving away from being over analytical, overthinking things, and using more of your feeling, sensing, and your intuition, more of your body wisdom or instinctual awareness. A lot of you are either learning to use your intuition more, or if you are already intuitive, that's coming up another notch. Because this part of your path, you really have to trust your true nature, your inner nature. The time for logic, reason, analyzing, figure things out, doing a to-do list will come later. But right now, with that Page of Cups, this new level of love, this love relationship that's coming in, is putting you in a whole new level of living, and how you live and how you feel about yourself and how you allow others to feel about you. I almost want to say it's self-disclosure here. I know it says self-discipline, but I'm getting the message of you're disclosing something about yourself by being more in alignment and attunement to yourself. It's just an inner process that's come from all that you've been doing, whether you want to call all the inner work, whatever you've been doing, healing, inner work, doing more of what is right for you. There's going to be a lot more optimism. Definitely, if you're looking for a partner, or you want a partner, or you want to go to that next level with a partner, that is going to happen. And I do feel commitment here. Now, this commitment could even be with clients or regular customers, or clients that really appreciate you, or those of you that do any kind of art or creating something. I mean, it could even be finally your supervisor or boss really sees you and gets you, or they leave and somebody else comes in. That's another thing you're going to find. You may be in situations, a lot of you, where someone that was problematic, they're no longer in your life, right? That the boss, the supervisor, your business partner, buys your company or sells it, or you sell it to them, or a neighbor that you had trouble with or issues with for months or years all of a sudden moves. So this is moving some obstacles out of your life because you've shifted. So whether people around you start shifting, you'll notice that, or they're gone suddenly, or you don't see them as much or at all. It's because you're shifting. It's because you're not trying to make anything happen, because you did the adjustment. And this is why you are definitely starting to attract a lot better, higher vibrational frequency relationships that are coming from that higher vibrational frequency of love, of self-love, of self-acceptance. So anything that you do right now is going to catch hold, is going to do well. Just be mindful that you are in an ending cycle, and something new is coming in, or a new way of living, a new approach. Now, for some of you, it could be you've been dating and now you're going to get married, or now you're moving in together. There's an up-leveling. Part of the increase for you has to do with up-leveling, updating, upgrading. And it moves you in a new direction also, is what I'm getting. That you're just feeling better about yourself. This is deep transformative change that is first happening energetically. That's why I'm saying that's the transmutation. Now, some of you, an ending could come quite quickly, or it already did come quickly. And there's a reason for that, because you're done, you're finished with something. You want more fulfillment in your life. You want more love. You want a great love life. You want to love life more. Or you're starting to love life more. You're starting to love yourself more, your gifts more. This is a lot about love in various forms. All right, let's look at the rune cards here. This is a shorter tune-in, as the message I got this morning, I connected into God consciousness. Did some deeper healing work for myself, and some gifts and work for content. I don't know what to call it that, but soul focus, soul path work for my Patreon. And then I tuned it again with the guides, and I kept getting there's an increase or something big happening. There's something big is about to happen. A big shift. Kenaz, creativity and knowledge. Yeah, I get a lot of creativity with this group, but it may be also that you're just creating a better life for yourself. And you're also understanding your gifts better. This has a lot to do with understanding your gifts, valuing yourself better. Ooh, wealth and abundance, Theo. I had to get a little drink of water. Wow, Theo. Wealth and abundance. This is increase. Theo literally means increase. Back in the day when they didn't have money, they would trade cattle, And so you're about to harvest something you've planted. Some seeds are sprouting, but you're getting to the point where you're going to be able to harvest. Now, this is a timeless reading, but I will tell you the time of September, October, and also April, May will be very fruitful for you. Laguz, intuition, evolution. Yeah, your intuition, like what I like to say, is bumping up. You're getting a big bump. And you're getting a nod from the universe. Well done. From your guides and from the universe. Well done. There could be some level of acclaim or validation, whether it comes in the form of praise or communication, or perhaps some kind of award given, or some kind of acknowledgement or validation. I'm getting the nod. That's what I heard. You're getting the nod. So you're being noticed, you're being seen, but not just by people, but by God consciousness itself unfolding, by the universe. So you are setting up favorable circumstances by what you've been doing. Just make sure that you ground, because some of you are going to get very kind of attached to this energy, but it's like you have to, have the fullness. It's like not just being intuition, but logic, reason, thinking big, but doing the small steps. It's going to be very important that you connect into balance, which is here by the Four of Wands. So you just want to keep balance. But this is really good. But the message for you also is that you need to connect into your intuition. Expect an increase in your intuition. Those of you that are psychic, your psychic abilities are getting stronger, or you're using them more in everyday living all the time. There's something strengthening here about the psychic soul part of you. Also, the message for you is use your gifts, use your knowledge. Your knowledge will pay off, will give you money, will give you increase. Use what you've learned, use what you know. Because what you know and the way you know it is not the same as anyone else. So you have a very unique path that you can start capitalizing on right now, and let that flower and let that blossom. Yeah, so a lot of increase here, energetically, financially, and of course, love is the magnetic aspect of our being, the drawing in, the vibration of well, that perfect electromagnetic balance, but it is the binding force of all. It's attraction. It attracts. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's get one last message for soul story number 1. Just heard Tiffer. Ooh, this came. Cancer. Love, love, love. What do we got? Mercury and Cancer. Yes, be gentle. 3rd house. Be gentle with yourself and your thoughts. A lot of you are going to be doing something, a project, something maybe late at night or at home. You've got Mercury and Cancer in the 3rd house. So what aligns you to this? Cancers, Scorpio, Pisces, communing with yourself, maybe writing, keeping a journal, writing your thoughts, your insights down. Write it down, communicate it. You have a lot to communicate, a lot to share, whether it's one-on-one with someone or a group or just out there in the world. I feel like something you do, that you're being asked to put it out there in the world. You're at social media. You're being asked to put something out there with love. To have the intention of love keeps you in this vibration of increase, of wealth and abundance. All right, so light, your soul insights mantra is, I'm aligned to the frequency and expression of love, wealth, and abundance. Let me know how this unfolds for you. Wow, okay, leave some hearts and suns in the chat or in the comments. Hearts and suns. Yeah. Beautiful. Love and light. Hello, Radiant Soul. Welcome. It's great to connect with you. Wow, I'm getting a lot. First of all, increase in vitality and energy for you. Zeal in life. Things are picking up. There's a lot that's going to be changing. I definitely feel you're in the phase of the quickening. And you're going to feel activated, like something newly is activating you in a certain direction. I feel a lot of change with you. I really want to say I think your whole life is changing, or something so integral to your life that it's like a 180. It's like a complete turnaround or new direction. I'm even getting stuff with new clothes, new hair, outer appearance. Got a little froggy in my throat. With the citrine here, it has to do with, you, again, value, self-esteem, confidence. Citrine also brings just feeling better about oneself, but it also can bring financial gain, and especially if you have your own career, or you have projects, or you're doing anything on the side, or you're doing something that requires others to see you, value your work. So there's a real up-leveling in your life. And I'm even seeing some of you that you're going to be able to afford a better home, apartment, house, townhouse, a better mode of living. Some of you, you're going to be living in a place that you never thought you could afford. So you've got the sacral chakra and the change. This is the flower of life. So this is the interconnect. Now, I didn't even realize, look at, there's 2 spheres here. Yeah, you're flowing with desires, but your desires, because I feel you're desiring more, which is great. And I can hear some of you saying, why hasn't this happened yet? Or I've been putting in all this time and energy, or I've been working on this many months or many years. It's about to happen. This is one of the big changes for you. One of the big something, the big thing is you're about to get a, I don't know, rocket chain. It's like the fuselage. Something's about to come bust up or bust out. You've been releasing the old for quite a while, and now the new, you have the psychic space, the vibrational, energetic space to allow new in. I do feel with this group, you probably have been not hanging around certain people, not in certain relationships or circumstances. You've probably pulled way in, and you've definitely been working on that sacral chakra. You're calling it in. Whatever it is that you're wanting, you are calling it in. That's the message from Spirit. It's coming in. Because you're working off of the frequency of true desire of the soul. You've really had to do some soul searching to see, what do I really want? What am I really about? What's really important to you? And some of you, this may have happened in a way to you, where all of a sudden you just start seeing things differently, feeling differently, saying, oh, I used to like that, but I don't like that. Some of you went through a major dark night of the soul, or a time where there was just like being in a barren land, not much happening, not much around you, stalemate, stagnancy. That's changing. So this vitality, and some of you are going to be someplace where I feel is a bit more tropical, or maybe you are now, because I'm getting a lot, not just oranges, but I'm getting a lot with fruits and vegetables. So you could be eating lighter. That, because you're moving into this vibrational frequency shift. We've had a frequency shift. There is a new frequency on the planet that is getting stronger and stronger, which means it's affected our frequency. So many right now are operating more than ever before at the frequency level of the soul. And I do feel that is you. That's why it's affecting the sacral chakra, because this is about reproducing or duplicating yourself in the world, whether it's through works, creativity, how you create your life, how you create the vision of yourself and your body, creating a child, a being, a body for a being, right? This birth that's coming in is going to have to do much more with fulfillment and some of your truest desires. So there's a lot of abundance coming to you. I've been feeling that, and I've been shown that there's just, we're entering a phase where somehow there's more abundance to a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be, so I got to do this way. Let's put that in the middle. A lot of people are going to feel much more abundant, are going to have, investments pay off or pay out, have a way of saving extra money, or that job or that side hustle or side gig starts taking off, or a particular project starts taking off. A lot of people I'm seeing are going to be working, much more entrepreneurially, and I definitely feel you're in that vibe. Even if you work for someone else or you have a regular job, there's something else that you're going to be doing. And it may be something creative, but whatever it is, it generates income. Some of you are going to be helped also financially. I see a guardian angel, whether it's someone on the other side orchestrating something, or you get a loan or a grant. But I do feel that there is some level of bigger money, or an outside money, another source coming in for you. It's going to be like a domino. Things are just going to really, just as I said that fell down. Things are going to really, happen kind of quickly. They're lined up already, is what I'm hearing. And that's, to me, by this flower of life, things are lined up. Etherically, stuff is already interconnected for you. You're already in that interconnected, where things, you just have to show up. You just have to act on that idea. Go out. If someone calls, go, meet up. All you have to do is show up, receive, follow through. Because whatever you've been doing, you've linked stuff up. The bit of, and it doesn't matter if you think it's been, not that much. You haven't done that much. Whatever you have done is linking you up. You're already linked up. There we go. Grand Trine, blessings. With all that blue. So some of you, again, working with perhaps the indigo energy, working a lot with visioning, visualizing, using that sixth chakra as well. Now, what's interesting dimensionally, and from the standpoint of vortexes or, energy centers, chakras, the 12th chakra, just like the 12 signs in the astrology chart, there's a 13th. So when you take all the 12 houses, right, you put it together, 12 signs, it equals one new species, right? So there's something changing. So this, sorry, dropped on the word Leo. Yeah, just as I said, there's something changing that dropped on the floor. There's something changing within the structure of your life. I'm getting a lot to do with structure with you. There's something changing with the very structure of your life, maybe perhaps even what you're focused on. Focus is going to be key for you also at this time. What are you focused on? That's what Spirit wants you to know. What are you focused on at this time? There's something that's changing in you, or something that's changing around you that's going to affect your structure. It could be that you're going to be living in a different place. I just heard a different society. What does that mean to you? And look at what we have here. Desire. The fire element. So this is desires of the heart with Leo. This is desires of the will, the little will aligning to the higher will. So because of this alignment, you're about to get more of your desires met. You're about to manifest some very important desires. Now, it's also going to somehow speed things up with that fire there in Leo. It is speeding something up in your life. Something is going to be happening much more quickly, or there's going to be more to do. There could be a little bit of overwhelm because you have more to do or more to answer to or more work to do, right? Maybe you've got more opportunities, but it's brought more work. If you have clients or customers, you have more clients and customers, so therefore there's more work. You get a raise, and it comes with more responsibility, or you get, a better job or something that brings more responsibility. You get promoted, there's more work. So yeah, there's a lot of blessings coming to you. There's, it might even look like luck, but it's really this inner preparation that you've been going through. And for some of you, it has been a trial by fire. It's been challenging, but you've persevered, you've moved through, you've completely have persevered. I can see that here. So whether something looks like a miracle or it's a blessing, that's another thing. I do feel that you somehow have moved into more of a space of appreciation or gratitude. And that is also raised your vibrational frequency. You're much more appreciative of life, and so you're getting more appreciation. Let's see, what do we... Oh, just what I thought had to do with career. Look at this. Intuition. Soul Story number 1 got this too, about intuition. And follow your dreams. Yeah. So the message for you is you're getting the message very clearly from God, Source, all of the spiritual hierarchy, over souls, your guide, your higher self. The message is follow your dreams right now. You can really make something happen. You've got spiritual career, so bringing your spirit or spirituality, your spiritual understanding in your career. But many of you have a very creative and or spiritual career, or something you're bringing intuition. Maybe you're a psychic channel, a medium, an astrologer, a healer, a teacher, or you're studying that. You're wanting to bring that more into your life. And you can, and you will. And a lot of you, if you're just starting out now, focus more on a spiritual career. Maybe it's a YouTube channel or something, I don't know, TikTok, whatever, X, Rumble, whatever. It is for you. That is going to start doing well. The change is, it's like you're going to catch the wind. You're going to catch the wind, and it's going to lift you up. What does that say? The wind beneath my wings. A lot of you, that's what you've been waiting for. And that's this, fire doesn't happen without some wind. So a lot of you have had the desire, but you didn't have the help from timing, your timing, whatever you had to complete or finish in the universe. But the time is now. I don't see any completion here. I feel like you've already completed something. You're in the change because you've already completed something. Yeah. The big thing for you is going to be a test. Do I believe, do I trust my intuition on this? Because a lot of you, what I'm saying, you're going to be like, oh, that's just a confirmation. I felt that, or I'm going in that direction. Some of you, I can see you've left job. There's something that you've left or about to leave because you're creating something new. I do see spiritual centers also. I see something about a center, or it could be a yoga studio or some type of studio, or art studio, music studio. So you're going to also have the technology. You're going to have the support, the technology, the devices. It's all going to be there. Spirit saying, don't worry. What you need to do your work purpose will be there. Look at this. Outstanding for you, the world. Yeah, your emotional body is very clear, or getting clearer and clearer. Those of you, a lot of you, because you've worked a lot on the sacral chakra. Third chakra too. Third chakra as well. Ace of Cups. Yeah. Creating the life you love, creating the job you love, a fulfilling job, making it work. Look at that. Queen of Wands. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. Nada, 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 nada. Okay, nada. Justice, yeah. And then we've got Judgment on the bottom. So it's meant to be. This is the soul. So a lot of you could be reawakening from something. You want me to put that there? Should we go? Oh, and look at this. King of Wands. Yeah, your old life is over. Right now, it's just going to be the outer changes. Perfunctory. It's just the outer change. It's like when you move and you bought new furniture and the old furniture is still there, but you're like, hey, people are, oh, you still have the old furniture? No, yeah, but that's leaving. Some of you, you got rid of the furniture and now you're waiting for the new furniture, but the new furniture is outside. It's right there. So yes, a lot opening up for you. This could bring in really cool relationships, very synergistic relationships. And I do feel some of you, I'm getting love relationship with you too. That's the big something. I think a lot of people are going to be partnered. Either creative, collaborative partnership and or both. Someone that comes in your life, creative, collaborative, and then you end up getting together. Or maybe you get together with someone and then it becomes very creative. But I'm getting higher level relationships. I don't see anything here about trauma bonding, bonded relationships, learning lesson relationship. Not that we don't learn from each other. We learn all the time, but this is higher vibrational relationship. This is also better money coming in, contracts, legal dealings going your way. Really coming from this kind of abundance, I'm getting like this image of somebody like whistling while they work, whatever the work is. Someone might say, oh God, I wouldn't want it. That's so hard, or that takes so long, or you had to stay up how late and do that, but the person is just engrossed in what they're doing. Like writing or painting it doesn't matter what it is. You are creating a world that you love. You are creating a circumstance within your career or what you exchange to receive money monetarily, or what you do. There's just a lot of fulfillment that's coming in for you. That's the next big thing, the big change. Something big is really a life, a love, a life that you love, a person that you love, people that love you, a person that loves you. This could bring in a marriage or something contractually. This could bring in some level of sponsorship. I'm getting a lot of different messages here because I feel like you've taken a chance, not a just not a careful chance. I feel like there's been a lot of thought with, about what it is that you want to do, and you've been planning this out. Look at the center card is here. So there's a lot about you're already in the transformation. You've been transforming something bit by bit, and now you're going to see it pay off. You're going to see it much bigger. In fact, I would say you're already in the change. You're already adapting to the new frequency, and it's based more on soulful desire. It's based on passion. It's based on inspiration, moving into inspired action. A lot of you are moving into higher level ideals of your life, a bigger vision. You're really seeing like, okay, I want to create that. I want to look this way. I want to come off this way. You're really kind of seeing yourself as an instrument. It really is reminding me of like actors or singers, where they're like, well, my voice is my instrument. I have to take care of that. Or a dancer, my body is my instrument. I interpret it this way. Or you take care of instruments. Oh, I play a guitar. I have to take care of it and the string, and I don't know, polish the wood or something. So there's a lot of also has to do with apprenticing and it being an artisan, and really engaging your life very, very fully. So this is living a life that has a much more meaning and purpose, a deeper meaning and purpose. It has to do with, as you've done a lot of inner child work, again, you've done a lot of healing. And I also feel there's been this kundalini energy, this rising, this expansion of your sacral chakra, that you're seeing creativity. Doesn't matter if it's sexual energy, it's all the same. It's the same energy I used to read a book that you used to have sex. You know what I mean? You're seeing it's all the same energy. So this could have been clearing up some taboos or shame about yourself or body or where you came from or what you do or what you want to do. I feel like there's been a lot of clearing and cleansing of shame. And you may not even know it consciously, because I'm not even seeing that, but that's what I'm hearing. That's what they're telling me. They're telling me, Leo, because you're coming from the heart and it's about you now. What do I want to do? What I want to experience? What I want to express? So I feel like you might have been more to the side, or maybe a little ashamed, embarrassed, held back. Someone held you back. You felt held back. I somehow feel you weren't totally, fully showing up in life, but you are now more. You might be a little more picky about what you want or who you want around you, but I don't know. I feel a real opening. You're really opening to a lot of abundance and having more of a life that you love, more fulfillment, and work that you love. So whatever it is that you love, you're getting more of that. But I actually feel it's also how you live, where you live, how you live. This next cycle is going to be really, really good for you. And if the other cycle has been bleak, and I know I'm so sorry, if there's been a lot of trauma or drama, or if you feel like, why not me, or when is it going to happen, or when is it going to pop, or why not me, or when is it going to be me, or when am I going to be able to do this, or when can I leave this job, when can I leave this? You're right on the precipice of that. Because your little will has aligned a lot more with the divine will. It's a timing thing. It's like what you want, God wants. Okay? What you want will happen. Oh, wow. Look at that generosity. Look at that humanity. Well, we start with Berkano, which is growth, fertility. So this could bring pregnancy. This could bring, and again, I feel like you're pregnant with yourself. So if you're not looking at pregnancy, in that way, then the pregnancy, you're pregnant with yourself and you're about to birth yourself, or an idea. This could be time to launch, because there's a lot about creativity or entrepreneurial projects in a way that you're going to help humanity. So you have manaz, awareness. I think some of you are getting a bigger idea of yourself and your gifts and how to put them out in the world. I'm getting a lot with the either awakening, ascension, or just helping the planet, helping in education, children, maybe working with children, helping, whatever the work is that you're going to do, or it could be charitable work, philanthropic, whether it's paid work or not, or you're on a board or an organization, whatever you're doing is helping humanity. Now, some of you, it may be that you're doing a lot of deep inner work and you're helping humanity, but I think it's beyond you. And then we got intuition again. So when that happens, that came up in Soul Story number 1 also. That tells me intuition is really important right now. Really, really important. And then we've got generosity, balance. EBook. This is also love. This is also agreements. So some of you, what you don't see coming, the next big thing, the increase, the big something, is some kind, because you've got Libra here, got the Justice card. There's going to be some kind of contract. Now, and even with 4 Wands, now, obviously this could be a lease, it could be buying a house, it could be buying a car, it could be getting married, it could be someone giving you a gift, it could be a donation to you, it could be, whatever it is, it's a beneficial contract. It could be annuities, intuition, it could be somebody, giving you some money, it could be an inheritance. But I'm getting in this increase that it's not just energetic or coming from spirit, it's also from people, embodied people. So this is people supporting you. And of course, everything comes from source, God energy. So those that are helping you, they're in that position, they're feeling that call. You're really going to be seen more for your work or what you do. But I also feel you're going into this next level where you're going to be working either with groups or larger groups or reaching a larger audience. And you could be seen and asked to do something from that. The thing is, I feel like you were timid or holding yourself back. And something's changing. And the beauty of this is it's changing in a way that I don't feel arrogance. I don't feel like, I can, even though I feel you're very gifted, I feel like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not necessarily that you're trying to be of service, although I do see you being of service and helping, but you're because of this expanded energy, you're not so in the ego. In other words, I feel like you have a good ego, if we're looking at it psychologically. You have just enough ego to have some confidence or know you had to work through some things, especially with this Leo, I will. You had to work through some things. You had to, work on yourself. You had to come to some conclusions, heal emotionally, clear some energy, maybe work on conditioned patterns, shadow work, whatever it is, all of the above. But it's moved you into this, I feel like you're not thinking so much. I feel like you're not overthinking things. I think you're feeling or intuiting or just showing up. Maybe you're having more fun. That's another thing that could be coming in for you is more fun, fulfillment. But I feel you're very aware of this part of your life and yourself that you've been nurturing into being, creating and nurturing into being. And now you're going to be living this abundance, this increase, this better life, more fulfilling life, more emotionally fulfilling life. Whatever that means to you, whatever that is for you, that's where you're moving into. All right, let's get a message of how to align to this frequency or stay aligned, because you're in it. How do you stay attuned? Mercury, higher. Ooh, 10th. You know what? I was going to say this, but I didn't. Okay, Virgo. Venus in Virgo, you are a healer and a helper. You're going to get your mission. I want to see your mission papers. A lot of you either are just finding your soul's purpose, your soul mission, or you're getting a new understanding of it, or you're going to a next level with it, or you're upgrading it, up-leveling it, or this soul purpose, the way that you're manifesting it, expressing it in the world is getting much more fun or more fulfilling, or you're reaching a new level. So that Mercury in Virgo in the 10th house is telling me that it's work of service that you love. So that's what you're getting, or you've gotten, and you're going to get more of it. It's fulfilling work in the world. Yeah, beautiful. Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra is, I am doing fulfilling work in the world. I am fulfilled in my life. I am living fulfilled in the world. Any of those. Wow. Well, if you want to put a cup in the comments, maybe a sun, anything that resonates with you. Crystal ball for intuition, upward hands for healing, prayer hands, spiritual career. You've got a lot of spiritual energy, a lot of Reiki. Send you some Reiki. Yeah. Beautiful energy. Thank you for the honor of tuning in with you. Wow. Yeah, this has been beautiful. Just recognize where you are, even though you want more, there's more to come. Recognize what you've done, what you're doing, and just how far you've come. Recognize the growth. That's the message for you, because there is more growth. Fertility brings increase on all levels. It's a fertile time for you. Very, very fertile time for you. Launch that project, put it out there, write that book, sing that song, do that YouTube channel, or whatever it is for you, bake that bread, whatever it is, do it. All right, so Light. Ways to connect with me are in the description box. Say hi on Patreon. There is a free tier if you just want to get the monthly energetic updates. I'd love to have you there. Also on Insta. Big, big hug. Lots of love and light. Hello, Soul Light. If you chose Soul Story number 3, this is your reading. Okay, wow. All right, let's go back and see. Now, I say that because something shifted with this reading, and you'll see why. And I had to start it again. The cameras stopped, whatever the recording, and it just kept ticking. Anyway, all right, you've got emergence and the Merkaba. Something new is emerging through you as you are in this time of emergence. You've literally you were pulled out of the game. I'm also getting with this group that you've been working on something, maybe yourself. Maybe you've been refining, maybe you've been doing it consciously, or maybe after this reading, you're going to go, yeah, I have been working on myself. I have been working on this a lot, or this project. Why has it taken so long? Why has it not happened sooner? But you've been being worked on. And that's what I'm getting with the Merkaba, because the Merkaba connects into the light, or is the light body. As above, so below, as within, as without. But for some reason, and we're going to see what it is, you've been on the sidelines, you've been held back, or you took yourself out, put yourself to the side to really reassess, reevaluate. But also the universe did this to you. God did this to you. God consciousness, your higher self, you pulled yourself out for a particular reason. And now you're coming out because there's an alignment as above, as below, as within, as without. Do you see that alignment here? I don't know if you can see those dots. So something was misaligned, even though you're amazing and beautiful and perfect in so many ways. But it's showing that the soul design, or the soul matrix of you, somehow wasn't interfacing as clearly or as strongly with the avatar you, the human you. Maybe you had a lot of healing to do, heal a particular part of your life, or a pattern that wasn't quite shifting, kept repeating. There just was something, and we're going to see what it is, that was a little bit off, or not lined up, or not aligning. And also you had to rest. Some of you had been through so much, it was also time for you to rest, to take some time off, to do something more for yourself. Now, I did this on purpose, so you have the Merkaba back here, the pattern, and now the pattern of emergence, the pattern of blossoming in your life. due to your spiritual connection with that 25/7. 32 is this, you've been created upon. You've been in a very creative cycle, but it's been very, very inward. It's been an inward cycle. Ooh, look how that Merkaba moved. Okay. Yeah, so it's, yeah, let's see. You've had to trust, I just heard trust the process. Be with the process and trust the process. Okay, you've got Saturn. So you could have been in some kind of Saturn return, Saturn transit, or this is just telling me that you're being restructured, and that's right under the Merkaba. Let's put that here. So you've been created upon. You've been in this creative cycle, but the project has been you, not so much outer projects. And then we've got healing. Yes, Chiron. So you've been in maybe a Chiron return, a Chironic healing, or Chiron in a certain, well, it's 84 years, I mean, it's a certain part of your life. Something that has come back around. In 8, it's been a pattern. It's been something that you've had to really work on this lifetime. It's something that you brought in, for some of you, from another life. Some of you, it's part of the soul design. Some of you, it's due to the interface between your human life, the life of form, family of origin. There was a lot of healing that had to happen with that. And then we have Pluto, transformation. Yes, that's your merging as transformed. A lot of people aren't going to recognize you. And then Neptune. I'm going to move this here. It's interesting because we have Saturn right now, as I'm doing this reading, is in Pisces, and Neptune is in Pisces. So this has been a deep spiritual cleansing and healing, really working with the spiritual energy to heal. But it's also, this has been happening to you in the etheric plane, deep, right? The astral etheric plane on the spirit realm. This has been happening. You have such great guides, healing guides. You've really been, I can't tell you, worked upon. You've been getting worked upon. Some of you also have been working on yourself. Now, this could also be healing from something that didn't work, some kind of addiction, doing too much of something, not enough of something. It could be addiction to some kind of substance, or it doesn't matter what, shopping, alcohol, whatever, drug, it doesn't matter. Something, just drugos, that you had to let go of. Could this be 2 relationships? Could this be, dependent personality, codependency, people that were, not treating you well, or were you not treating them well, or were you coming from a lot of fear or over fear being healthy? It's part of the human nature, but something you have greatly healed, even holding yourself back. It could even be not being confident enough. Whatever it is, some of it you may not even be able to name. It's just on a feeling level. It's on an intuitive level. It's on a spiritual level. But you have been held back, and then you held yourself back. You pulled yourself back. You gave yourself an out, or pulled yourself. You went on the sidelines. And a lot of what you've been doing and focusing on, you haven't told anyone, or very few people. Very, very few people. Maybe those closest to you can see it. Or a therapist, or a guide, or a teacher, or a counselor, or a lot of you are not telling these goals, dreams, what you've been healing, what you've been going through. It's been a very inner process for you. You're not telling that, sharing that. It's between you and God, between you and your higher self, between you and the spirit realm, between you and the guides or the oversouls. You see what I'm saying? This has been a very deep, for some of you a little bit lonely, but you had to do this on your own. Now you're coming back out. You're coming back out into life. There's something about the life is coming back into you. Now, of course, you've been alive and you've been on the planet. Oh, see, part of fortune. You're going to move back into increase. So whatever has decreased is now going to start increasing. You're going to move into a phase of increase where things start increasing again, picking up. This means more friends, maybe more family members added. This means Ah, see, you had to give yourself a timeout. But I'll be honest, the universe pulled you out, or God consciousness, your consciousness in the space of the all that is pulled you out. Some of you, your guides put, okay, you got to work on this, time out, time out. Now, some of you, this time out could be you pulled yourself out from dating apps, friends. There could have been a lot of disappointment. Job, okay, I'm not going to look for a job anymore. I'm not going to change jobs until I feel better, or until I work on this, or till next year, or 6 months from now, or a month. Whatever it was that you pulled yourself out of, you're now coming back. You're now emerging. Okay, this communication with yourself is very important. Music. Your guides want you to work with music, sound. And now life is about to be an adventure, and you're able to follow your dreams. So things got put on hold. Perhaps there was some goals, some dreams. You had to finish stuff up. You had to heal. There's just a lot of different things that you had to do. It's going to be different for everyone. Some of you had, whether it was someone ill in your family, maybe someone died, you had bereavement, there could have been divorce, there's a lot waylaid you, financial loss. With Pluto there, Pluto cuts deep. It's slow but goes deep. So there's been some loss, sacrifice, Neptune. So there's been loss here, and you had to heal from that. You had to regroup, but now you're coming out. You're emerging to go on this great life adventure. That's what's picking up for you. That's the increase. Oh my God. Oh, they want you to know that, the oversouls. It's going to happen again. Fun, fulfillment, life, increase. Whatever was decreased is coming back because you can handle it better now. Also, there's something, this transformation you went through, this healing, this deep healing and transformed you. You don't have the same neediness or same, draw towards certain things, or you're kind of like this amazing, I don't know what boat that you're just missing thing. It's like, oh, no, not that. No, been there before. No, oh yeah, this I want. Whatever that is. So you're really kind of listening. Here's where you're coming from. The Ten of Swords, but see, you're reading something on the phone. So this is your past, these past memories. You're moving beyond your past. This is a cycle of letting go of a long-standing pattern. Yeah, you had to wait. Yeah, because you've been growing, you've been blossoming, you've been growing, but you couldn't. But this is like where you can't, certain plants, you just, they're in the green room. But look what's coming in for you. 9 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Yeah, you're going to feel much happier. Spirit wants you to also notice how much you've done, job well done, how much you listened, how much you sacrificed for the life that's coming in for you now. But this is, judgment. This was deemed necessary, but you're raising up to a new life. That's going to be quite a lot of adventure for some of you. This, whatever that adventure is, I don't know, travel, new lands. But I also feel somebody gardening. I feel a lot with gardening, or something slowed down. You really changed. You're not racing for something. You're not grasping, because you're coming from this space, the Empress. You're really connecting into this space of identifying the traits that work for you and understanding your flaws, your weaknesses, but also your gifts, what you're good at. There's a natural, healthy pride coming in for yourself and what you do, a deeper understanding. Like, you're not this cycle. I hope you do soul story number 3. You're not this cycle. You're not what you went through that shaped your experience here. But it's Venus energy. It's also up-leveling you to a new level of abundance, increase, part of fortune. So things were cut down. You had to build back up. You had to grow again. You had to build up. It was like, when they prune I don't know, the bushes back and then they grow, or the flowers, the roses, they really cut them short. You had to cut back. A lot was cut back. It's been this amazing inner process for you, but it's bringing you into this space. And I'm hearing it's about time. And of course, you got Moldavite. So some of you, this change has been very deep and very cutting, but slow. Some of you, it's been rather quick. Like I said, it was because of a seemingly external circumstance, but your higher self said no. Like I said, it could be addiction. It could be this job is not treating me well. I have to leave. I want to leave. And then you get fired or you get laid off. And now you have to reevaluate. It's been like that. Or you're in a certain relationship and it's not great, and all of a sudden they leave you, or it seems, some of you, the changes seem like they've come from outside you, but they've come from your higher self. They've been orchestrated by your higher self through your God consciousness, your guides. It's been orchestrated to free you up. That's what that Moldavite is saying. So some of this has been quick change, meteoric, quick movement. But also I'm hearing to tell you, expect quicker change now as you emerge. Because now you're really going to be seen. You're seeing yourself also much more clearly. This is a lot about clarity. And seeing the transformation. I can see your energy. I can feel it. This is so interesting. Because for some of you, it's not definable, but it's palpable, right? You can feel it. You could palpate the energy change. You can feel it. Some of you, this could be change in diet, how you look, what foods you eat, or you're noticing your body more, like, ooh, I don't really like that, or that, I don't agree, eating this at this time doesn't do well for me, or eating this, I can't do that anymore, or I don't know, there's like this major fine-tune, even certain music, light, certain sounds. Now, your guides and your higher self love music. They want you to work with music, tone, sound, vibration, maybe even Reiki, I'm hearing. Being around more art. You're going to be getting out. You're going to be getting out and about more. And I also feel that there's going to be a lot of people from the past that you have not talked to in a while. Because really, without you having to say anything, I feel Spirit intervened and said, look, we're going to take these people out of your life, or we're going to make them really busy, so you can just focus on you and understand you at this point in your life and what you really want. So for some of you, you might have thought it was the other person, but it was Spirit doing this. It was Spirit putting, okay, what's the message here? Time out. They want you to say, you have the ability now to take the time out to reassess. Make sure that you're taking the time out to reassess. You've learned that. And you've learned that only you really know what's right for you. You can get help, you can get support, but you have to make that decision, and you have to wait. You have to wait to understand. You have to wait to understand, to process. So you have this ability now to wait, to not rush, to not push, to not grasp out of fear. A lot of you had to work a lot through fear, boy. Woo! You guys have really... I'm proud of you. You guys have really been working. This is deep. This is a lot of different things. I'm even getting some loss of house or home or something. There's been some major shifts here that caused changes, that caused some kind of downturn, that caused some kind of stall or stagnation, or like glass ceiling, or why can't I get further? Why can't I? Because you are, boy, and it's been out of love. Spirit loves you. Your guides love you so much. And the oversoul, you have a lot of love to give and to receive. I hear this is also about receiving, opening up to receive. This is about you know how to fill your own cup, as we say. You know how to fulfill yourself and to find deeper meaning in life. And this makes you an amazing person and partner for anyone, whether it's creative, collaborative, business, or in a personal relationship. So you really, and I think oh, wow, look what came out. Oh, beautiful. Joy, harmony, Wunjo. This is amazing. This means you've also healed a deep part of yourself that was disconnected. We call the disowned self. Psychologically, you've healed that part of you that you didn't want to show or share. Now, this is so subtle with you. It's not that you're going to be telling everybody everything, but you've healed a lot with the inner child, and again, adventure. You're going on a great adventure. This is part of your life. You're going to be surrendering to the adventure of life. So guided. Was. Now I thought you had judge. Okay. Yeah, so whatever this new, and then we have generosity, bound. Yeah, you're going to have some amazing people in your life. Some that are returning, some that are new. I'm getting new people, new groups, new community. There's just love, fun, love, joy. You're emanating and just exuding this joy. This is a timeless reading, so if you're not yet, this is where you're going. If you were drawn to this, but I feel like a lot of the people I'm connecting with, you're like, yeah, thank you, because I've been going through it and I'm ready. But I think you're starting to see the light of day. I wanted to pick one more rune card. I think every group has got Laguz, intuition, evolution. So that's a very strong message from the spirit, and the oversouls, the spiritual essence, the spiritual lesson and integration is the trusting of our path, our process, trusting of the guidance, trusting of the spirit realm, trust. And when we don't know, and when we feel like we can't trust or can't go anymore, connect it intuitively. Now, for some of you, that's going to be even mantra meditation, prayer, affirmative prayer, contemplation. But you have to feel, you have to connect into the spirit realm. And you, soul story number 3, have had to do that. You have had to rely on spirit. You've had to rely on your guides. You've had to go within because stuff was not happening externally in the material plane. Stuff was not happening, or very little. You had sustenance. You had just enough. Now you're going to that next level. You've had just enough, just enough, just enough. Now things are picking up. With Tiwaz here, things are about to, that's that increase. Tiwaz is fire, it's passion, it's purpose. But you're still being asked to not alter anything, still go with the flow because it's working. You learned something, you learned a skill, a particular skill set, and you're meant to keep using that. It's working for you. Now, does this mean you're not going to be active and do? Yes, but whatever you learned, whatever skill that you learned, whatever you developed is a very important part of your soul. It's really for you, it's a part of a remembering, like, hey, you know how to do this. You know how to do this. See, life does that. It's kind of weird that way, that we have a particular way of doing something that comes from our soul. We have a certain approach, a certain rhythm, a certain flow, a certain gift, a certain idea, a certain desire, or proclivity. But then it either gets taught out of us, socialized out of us, right? Or we have to integrate something else or use another, and maybe learn another way or use another way, and then we forget about that way. We get stuck. That's the ego part of us. We get stuck with, like, maybe you had to learn, like, to push and to follow through and make it happen. And so you learn that, and then what the ego does is, oh, okay, that's it. And it stays stuck in that wheel. Oh, push, make it happen. I got to work longer hours. I got to do more. But this is shown you to attract by magnetizing to you, attracting, by doing the right action, by being aligned to the higher frequency, the frequency of joy, of love, of fulfillment, to find the right time for you, the right timing. So you had to let a lot of ideas go. But look at this flow, this openness. Because you're going on an adventure. That's what's open. You're going on a great life adventure. And for some of you, there's other people there, the right people. But you are going on a great adventure. All right, let's connect in to see how to align more to this frequency, or any messages, any guidance. I feel oh my God, of course, Neptune. Neptune in Sag. Whoa, make, again, intuition. 10th house, make it part of your destiny, part of your path. The spiritual aspect of you, the higher principle, your own spiritual principle, spiritual practice, your own religion, whatever that is for you, your spirit, spirituality, your intuition, because you have Neptune here, you have Neptune there in Sag. So this is unique. This is your belief. This is your higher living, your higher calling. You are on your path to destiny. But also it's saying that with the Sagittarius, make this your philosophy. Whatever you've experienced, and you're going to connect in through this reading with it, but you know your experience, what you went through, and where you are now, where you were, where you are now, what you know. Keep that. That's part of your higher mind philosophy. That's part of you. You don't want to let that go. That's you. Your soul self, your spirituality, your spirit, your spiritual essence, your practice. It worked for you. There's many ways to look at it. I don't know, meditation. There's a lot of different ways to look at it. Whatever it is for you, you now have your life philosophy. A lot of you are going to be teaching this philosophy or sharing it somehow. Maybe you are a teacher. Maybe you're a philosophizer. Or maybe you're putting it in your art, your music, your creativity, your self-expression, your products, your clothing line, whatever it is that you're doing. You're teaching, you're sharing, your medical practice, your dental practice, your stockbroker practice, whatever it is that you're doing. Bring that in. I think some of you that work with medicine, bring that in, whatever that is doing, your HR, whatever it is, this part of you is with you all. Bring it with you all the time. Use it with you all the time. Okay, your Soul Insights mantra is, I am divine source energy in physical form. Woo! Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't forget that. So make sure that part of you is active at all times, consciously. All right, lots of love and light to you. Thank you for being a part of this channel, this community. And if you're new and just kind of, surfing by, it's great to connect with you. Ways to connect with me further are in the description box below.